In this video, I'm going to discuss the benefits of a mindset change. Then I'm going to talk about methods to start valuing yourself. Then lastly, I'll talk about methods of valuing your experience. And it's all come to you at the park, y'all. So let's talk about the benefits of a mindset. I like to say, instead of mindset change, let's call it a mindset reset, okay? So the benefits of it is it improves your well-being. You begin to feel healthier, at least I did. When I started learning about how the mindset or your mental status affects different areas of your life, and I began to practice those techniques, I was able to feel more healthier, feel more brighter, feel more valued. Number two, another benefit of a mindset reset or mindset change is it helps you to embrace your mental health. Number three, it relieves stress. And number four, it reduces your blood pressure. And number five, it creates an atmosphere for clarity. Now I'm going to expand. I mentioned that once I learned about the mental health part and how to changing my mindset affect the way I was physically, I started doing things. And I'm going to share some of those methods to valuing yourself and your experience in this video. So if you have not subscribed, you want to subscribe to this channel. It reduces stress. When you're going through mental experiences or any type of experience, you may not even see it as a mental experience. I always say that the mindset is everything. The way you look at things, the way you feel about things, it affects the way you react, your body reacts to the stimuli, because we're always being stimulated by things in the atmosphere, work conditions, life conditions, relationship conditions. Everything around us affects the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act. So when you practice mindset activities, then it reduces your stress because you've learned techniques in order to keep yourself calm, to not overreact, to stay calm. You build confidence. You know that these things are only temporary. It reduces blood pressure. Y'all, when you are not as stressed, your blood pressure's not as high. When you stress out over things, you start only thinking about those things. So when you do a mindset reset or make a mindset change, it reduces your blood pressure. It creates clarity, because when you are stressed out and you're feeling like you can't focus on anything except for what that issue is, it's hard to think about what you should do next or what things that you haven't done. When I was going through stressful periods in my life, I know I would forget normal tasks. Like I might have forgot to pay a bill because all I could think about was that problem. Well, those are 5 benefits to doing a mindset change or reset. So now we're going to get into methods to valuing yourself. So one method to valuing yourself is acknowledge your inner critic. Acknowledge maybe you've been too hard on yourself. You're not perfect. A lot of times we are really, really hard on ourselves because we suffer from that self-sabotage, things like perfectionism. And speaking of self-sabotage, listen, I'm going to put down below and maybe in one of these corners a video that talks about how to get rid of self-sabotage so that you can get more productive. and it'll follow this video also. So number two, the second method to valuing yourself is learn to receive a compliment. You know, I remember a time people would say, "Oh, you're beautiful," and I would cringe. I always thought that, okay, why are they saying that I'm beautiful? What do they want from me? They're scheming on something. And that was the inner critic not allowing myself to accept the compliment. Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you're smart. Yes, you're talented. This is the reason why you decided to come across this video, because you know that there's something there. You just need more information on how to bring that out, how to capture that feeling and protect those feelings and be like that every day. So number three is practice affirmation. Let me tell you something. When I was going through depression, or and or rather coming out of depression, I was seeking someone to say a positive word to me. And by acknowledging my inner critic, or showing myself self compassion, and learning to receive compliments, um, then practicing affirmations, I learned that if I wanted to hear those things, see, there's power in my voice. Listen, that's a word. Y'all see, I got this old "that's a word" T-shirt. Anyway, my T-shirts are available by going to bit.ly/ that's a word T. Anyway, purchase your T-shirts today and support more videos just like this. Anyway, I learned that practicing affirmations started to change my mindset, because when I began doing that, I began sharing it on social media. And I began telling myself that I was smart, I was beautiful, I was powerful, the reason that I deserved the position that I was in, that I can do more. Whatever it is I desire, I have the right and the ability. Do you hear me? I'm going to put this closer. I have the right and ability to make those things happen, that I have it under my control, that nobody else can take those things away from me, that I am the author or co-author of my life. And you know what? When I started doing those things and I started sharing those things, and I'm not saying that you have to go on your social media to share it. I was posting it on social media because I would be on Facebook, and I wanted the first thing to see was that affirmation. I would put it on my mirror, and I have some other things that I used to do, and it is in my self-sabotage series that is in below. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I want to invite you to watch those things so you can see those uh, tactics that I use to learn to value myself through doing affirmation. Next, we're going to go into valuing your experience. Now, I do realize there's some experiences in your life that you can't control, especially those that happen when you were children. You can't control. You may not been able to control a wreck, certain illnesses like cancer or someone else's death or something tragic happening. Those things are not under your control. But there's certain things that a life experiences that were under under my control, that were under your control. So although we cannot change the past, we can do a couple of things to learn to value it. Number one would be learn to start. You don't have to confess it to anybody else, but learn to see the power in your decision. Some of the experiences that we experience, like bad relationships or bad moves for our life. We had control of those. We made the decision, okay, I'm going to do this and do that and move to this area, and I'm going to get in this relationship. Even though everything that I believe is telling me this is the wrong thing to do, I'm going to do it anyway. You have, and you have to begin accepting your part in your decision, learning that your decision is powerful. Now, there's pros and cons to every decision. And once you accept your part in it, you can start changing your mindset. You can start changing your life. Once you accepted your part in it, you can begin, number two, to value your experience. Begin acknowledging what you've learned from it. So, for example, in certain past relationships, I learned that I needed to speak up. I needed to not, um, I needed to not hold back my feelings, hold back the way I was feeling in order to please other people, making myself unhappy, and stop allowing other people to dump things on me that I did not, that was not my responsibility, that had nothing to do with me, because they didn't want to deal with it. They just dumped it on me. And it left me stressed out because I did not see the power in my decision. I did not understand the power in my part in my decision. So I needed to acknowledge what I've learned from it. Once you acknowledge what you've learned from it, then you can begin making better choices in your life. And the last one. So I gave you one, acknowledge what you've learned. Excuse me. I gave you number one, start confirming or getting realistic about your decisions. Okay, start seeing the power in your decisions. Number two, begin acknowledging what you learned from it. And the last thing, to value your past, is if you're able to monetize it. See, a lot of times people be feeling like, okay, I don't know how to monetize it. Because if you were going through the problems that you were going through, you're not the only one. And if you're able to create packages, especially as a service-based business or someone looking for a side hustle, you take that problem and everything that you've learned, list everything that you've learned from it, and how did you go about resolving those issues. You create a package. Guess what? You can monetize it, and you'll be bringing monetary, changing your life physically, all be from your past experience. Name anyone. Oprah was able to use her past and what she's learned from her past to make her the billionaire that she is. Ayanna Transvet, I think that's how you say her name. She was able to take issues from other people's problems, from problems she's had, create packages, create speeches, create words of power, okay, to help individuals be better, thus valuing her experience. Listen, if any of this was valuable, what I want you to do is make sure you like it. Not only like it, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because this was number 4 of my Changing My Mindset theory. And I have one more, and you don't want to miss it. Also, if you are ready to take a mindset change, I have a 4-day shifting your mindset for success challenge that I'm going to post in the description. So you want to go ahead and sign up because it's absolutely free. And it's all designed with you in mind. During that 4-day challenge, I'm going to be your mentor. You'll get the opportunity to work with me. I'll be sending you emails so you can do journal entries and you can email me back